Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Ebony. I'm a human design reader, expert, and coach. And today we're going to be talking about beliefs and limiting beliefs and this feeling of being scattered and all over the place. So if you struggle with feelings like that, if you struggle with overthinking, feeling like you need to be absolutely certain in something before you take action, feeling like you need to know how something is going to happen, exactly how something is going to happen. If you feel like you get caught up in over planning or not being able to make a decision or replaying your past mistakes on repeat over and over again, there's nothing wrong with you. Just want to point that out first. But also, it could just be that you have a open or an undefined ajna center. So the Ajna Center in human design is an awareness center. This is where all of the pressure from the crown center, which we talked about before, all of that information, all of those ideas, all of that inspiration, all of those thoughts are being pushed down into your Ajna center so that they can be conceptualized, so they can be formed into beliefs, right? So they can be formed into your opinions and your points of view. Now, with the open and undefined Ajna, there's this feeling of, in order for this to be a belief, in order this for to be an opinion, in order this to be a point of view that is accepted, I need to be certain of it. I need to be absolutely 100% positive that this is true. That is not how the undefined and the open Ajna Center is designed to work. So if you find yourself getting caught in this struggle of, I need to believe this 100% fully, you are out of alignment with your undefined Ajna Center, and that could be causing some of the manifestations that we talked about in the beginning of this video. So let's break this down a little bit further. In the Ajna Center, there are 6 different gates. Okay, so we have gate 47, gate 24, gate 4, gate 11, gate 43, and gate 17. So within this center, you have a lot of different shadows that could be manifesting. You have the shadow of oppression, you have the shadow of addiction, you have the shadow of intolerance, the shadow of obscurity, the shadow of deafness, and the shadow of opinions. So, what does this mean? When we're talking about the shadow of oppression, it's oppressing your ability to explore your mental landscape, because with the undefined Ajna Center, it can be very overwhelming to let yourself truly explore concepts and explore ideas in order to form opinions, because you're scared that I'm going to get caught in this doubt spiral, in this thought loop, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to not let myself explore this. I'm just going to believe what everyone says that I should believe and just cut off any exploration because it's not worth it. With the shadow of addiction, we have this, what's the word? This habit, right? This addiction of getting caught in these thought loops, normally negative thought loops, right? It's like we never want to look for a different perspective. We're just addicted to this one thought process, this one way of looking at something. And that's the shadow of addiction, which really shows up when we're thinking that it's not, either our opinions aren't going to be accepted if we go to this new perspective, or again, we're scared of getting caught up in all the other possible perspectives that we could have, that we're just like, you know what? I'm just going to stay in this one thought loop, this one thought process, because even if it's not serving me, it feels safe. And then we have the shadow of intolerance. The shadow of intolerance is running from anything that doesn't line up with what you already find yourself believing. It's being consumed by doubt or being consumed with one point, to the point where you don't even consider anything else. It's also looking for problems that may not even be there, right? You think I have to solve everything. Everything needs to be fixed. When in actuality, you're the one that's creating the problems, which is pushing you into this overthinking mentality, which is pushing you into this fear and this doubt that your opinions aren't actually right, or that they're not going to be accepted. The shadow of obscurity is what I see a lot of people getting caught up in so much. And it's this feeling of, there's so many things I could do. There's so many ideas, and there's so many opinions in my head. There's so many thoughts in my head. There's so many things that I don't know what to do. I don't know what to work on first. I can't plan, right? I can't plan on what I'm going to do because I can't pick one thing to just focus on. So it's like, you know what? I'm just going to not do anything. I'm just going to keep all these thoughts in my head. I'm just going to keep chasing them around, my head, like I'm like chasing chickens or something. I'm just going to not do anything because I can't focus. I can't pick one. So there's nothing for me to do. And then we have the shadow of deafness. The shadow of deafness is like, screw what anyone else is thinking, is formulating. This is what it is. I'm going to force my opinions, even if I'm not completely certain on them. I want people to believe that I am certain on them. So I'm going to force everything that I believe onto everyone around me so that they think that I am certain. Right? Because that's the point. We want people to trust us. We want people to believe us. And we think that in order to get people to trust and believe us, that we have to be certain, which is not true, but that's our thought process, right? So it's this constantly pushing and forcing your beliefs and your opinions on other people. And we see this a lot in our society. And then we have the shadow of opinions. Now, opinions are not a bad thing, but when the shadow manifests, it is an overanalyzation and an over identification with a specific opinion. It's really this energy of, I'm going to pick this apart completely so that, number one, it makes logical sense to the most amount of people. And number two, so that no one can call me out on it. I'm going to be so certain that this belief is rock solid and it can't be debunked by anyone by completely over analyzing it and over identifying with it. And we see a lot of people who will identify with their beliefs and opinions because they think it's going to get them notoriety, or they think it's going to get people to like them or to trust them. We see that all the time. Now, when we are out of alignment with our undefined or our open ajna center, we're not seeing the gift of this. Okay. If you have an undefined ajna center, you are literally open-minded. You're able to see things from all different angles, right? You get to play in that middle role. You get to talk about, you get to be the devil's advocate. You get to be the person that's talking about how each side has its own valid points. You get to understand the perspectives and opinions of other people. Even if you might not necessarily agree with them, you can see the merit in what they're saying. This really does make you a channel. You can bring innovative ideas together. You can come up with solutions to problems that exist outside of yourself, right? You are able to tune into the mental awareness of everyone around you. You get to see all of the opinions, all of the points of view at one time. This makes you a very well-rounded and very understanding person when you allow yourself to be in alignment with that energy. With that being said, if you are experiencing some of the manifestations of having an open or an undefined ajna center and you would like to get a human design reading with me, my readings are currently open and I have some really cool bonuses that are going to be going away pretty soon. So if you want more information on that, the link will be in my description box. My readings include a PDF which is over 200 pages. It covers every single aspect of your chart, everything that you're going to need to know about your human design. We cover in that PDF. It has face-to-face Zoom sessions. It has daily Voxer coaching. You will also get access to many of my group programs and masterclasses that I have already created for a set period of time. So it's a really, really, really great experience. And if you are interested in getting a reading with me, go ahead and click the link in my description box, and I will see you in the next video.